So what's happening here? What's happening here with Bill? You think anything's happening with Bill? And how many other bills you think are out there?
There's multiple. Like, I mean, Stephen A. and I love him to death, but like the Bill Maher's and a lot of these people that have woken up, Chamath and all them, Pat, they're in a different category, but they're finally realizing what you created. Okay, but it's too late. For 10 years, the Bill Maher's and all these people cheered as all these radical voices, Pat, took over their own party. And while they didn't give a damn, their only message was Orange Man, Trump bad, he's bad, Hitler. They obsessed over him. They mocked anybody like us that sounded the alarm. Okay, they labeled anybody that was talking crap, Pat, as hate. And they applauded while these extremists hijacked the agenda. Now, some of them like him are waking up. But guess what? This horror, the Frankenstein monster that you helped create, they're here. And they're not going anywhere, Pat. It's too late. Okay, the fight for the identity of the party, it's coming. It's around the corner. It's here, Pat. It is here. Okay, they didn't lose their identity. They surrounded it. They wanted it. And while they were looking this way, Pat, this kept growing and growing and growing. And now Trump is on his way out. 2 years left, and they're turning back, and they're like, oh my God. And for Bill Maher, one of the biggest leftists out there, now he's finally saying, oh, wait a minute. This socialism, communism, guess what? You guys spent freaking 10 years talking crap about one man, and now your party is finished. So now deal with it. And that's it.
Tom.
The first thing that Bill Maher said is, well, Trump's not running. So that shows you that the first thing on their mind is no Trump, not Trump, never Trump, all Trump bad. And not everything is in that category. They should take a look at what's happening in a lot of sectors and a lot of things in the economy. We got to get the war done. We got to deal with data centers. There's a lot of things that can and will and should be addressed. So, but it's all about not Trump. A lot of things that can and will and should be addressed. So, but it's all about not Trump, not Trump, not Trump, not Trump.
Yep.
So now that there's an open decision, he backs up. And what does he say? I'm not sure I like what I see next to the D. Yeah. I'm not sure.
And here's him, by the way. Here's him saying that to J.D. Vance. And by the way, the D is, guys, please. Like,
yeah, Tom is on a roll
Democrats.
tonight. It's definitely Democrats.
Let's go ahead. Play
Democrat.
Yeah, go ahead.
If this is where the Democratic Party is going, where this democratic socialist, this obsession with Israel, with the Jew hating, with they don't believe in capitalism, no prisons, if this is where they're going, my vote is in play.
Okay.
And
I'd like to hear that.
It actually always has been. Every year, I don't make my decision by who has an R or a D. I actually always came to the conclusion that the Democrat was probably better.
Sure.
And voted for them.
Okay.
And Trump can't run again, and he'd be a little too exciting for me anyway. So it's either going to be you or Rubio. Like, if this is where the Democrat...
If you would have said 10 years ago, there's going to come a time that Bill Maher is going to say Marco Rubio or J.D. Vance, maybe even 5 years ago, that Bill is there. Imagine how much... And by the way, do you know the more and more you watch what... you know how I keep saying the Democratic candidate could be AOC, could be AOC, could
Absolutely.
be AOC? I am hoping it is. I am hoping it is.
Why?
You know why? Because if she's the Democratic candidate, there is a lot... We think, right? If you look at this right now, Gavin Newsom is 1. Who's 2? Asaf, who's 3? AOC. But by how much? By 1%.
Yep.
Asaf just came up because he's been calling out Trump lately.
And the full nation has not seen him yet.
I hope it's AOC. I hope it's AOC. Because if it's AOC, we keep thinking like all Democrats are bad people. All Republicans are bad people. All Muslims are bad people. All nationalists are bad people. All Jews are bad people. That's simply not true. And we have to just understand that part. Okay? Are there some Jews that want control and they want to do this and do? Yes. Are there some Muslims that want to see Sharia law come into America? Yes. Are there some Democrats that want socialism and communism? Yes. Are there some, Republicans that want all colored people gone and just a white nationalism? Yes. Yes. We can't say no. But there's millions of sensible Democrats that they're Democrats because of pro-choice. That they're Democrats because of what happened with Martin Luther King or some of the events back in the days. That they're Democrats because of other issues that took place. And they became Democrats. Those Democrats are on the trading block right now, open to the idea of going conservative. So I hope socialism makes a massive move. But if there's one thing Republicans have to get it right, to get the masses, if the Republicans don't understand the solution, and it's not a hard fix, by the way, it's actually a very easy fix. If JD or Marco Rubio, one of these two guys comes out and talks about no taxes, no federal income tax paid. If you vote me, no federal income tax paid for anybody under the age of 30. What does that mean? We want to give you a head start. That'll be the hottest thing you'll announce. It's about $250 billion. I don't know the exact amount. I think it's about $250 billion of how much revenue comes in. Can you pull up how much taxes is collected of people under the age of 30? They have to figure out a way to come out and do something that folks under the age of 30 don't pay any federal income taxes. You know what happened if they do that? Why are we doing this? This is your head start. Hurry up and make money to get the down payment for your house. Hurry up and make money to get money to have kids. Hurry up and make money in your 20s and don't lollygag, because this is your only chance you have that you will not be paying federal income tax. Go make that money. Republicans have to figure out a way to make life better for the youth because they are really going through it. They are. So to me, I hope it's an AOC. I hope it's a socialist. I hope it's that person. And I think Democrats are going to be like, look, I'm a Democrat, but I'm not a socialist. Those are two different things. And I hope that changes right there. So total federal income, I said $250 billion. It's around $275 billion if you just do federal income taxes. Okay, let's invest that into the kids. That money's going to go into the economy anyways. All that $275 to $350 billion is saying what? Cut some shit that you do at the government. Give that money to them. That money goes into the economy. They're going to spend it. They're going to buy a house. They're going to buy a car. They're going to have kids. They're going to invest into education. Some of them, they're going to invest into some dumb things, but that's the risk you got to take. But if somebody can get behind that message, I think that'd be attractive. And I'd like to see one of those two guys saying it early. Don't wait till election time. Somebody needs to, on a podcast, drop it to be the first to say it. Rubio or JD. One, they have to believe in that idea. Of
course.
And two is, let's find a way to make life better for our youth.
But Pat, amazing point. That should be the campaign freaking slogan. Like, no federal tax under 30. That would be on a t-shirt and sell. But guys, let's not, like, Bill Maher is acting like he's so surprised. And who did he endorse in 2016? It wasn't Hillary Clinton. Who did he back? Bernie Sanders, the freaking guy that goes to Russia.
Who's this, Bill Maher?
Bill Maher supported him. He said, FEA goes, I want to help your campaign. I want to see you get the nomination. So it's not as if you were willing to vote for a guy that's a socialist / communist that wants to go to freaking Russia and be all the taxing all of your freaking people, all the millionaires and billionaires. It's like, give me a freaking break. It's too late. It's too late. So now you guys have to deal with what you guys created. So
well, he's turning, and there's people that are noticing it. I remember I was pretty shocked. I just went back and looked it up. On May 15th, Bill Maher did an amazing post on X I thought was well written. I hope he wrote it and it wasn't one of his writers. I hope it came from his heart because it certainly sounded like it did. And he sends it up there. And Sarah Eisen, who's very conservative and she's on CNBC, she retweets it with simply this, Pat, every word, period. Because she agreed with where he was going. And so I believe that there is a change going with him. You know, you can't judge, you got to be careful about who do you support back then, Vinny, because that's very true. And he said a lot of things that hurt and sting conservatives like us. But you're also allowed to morph and change. You're allowed to evolve forward.
I agree, that's fine.
You know, when I hear the things that my mom said when she first got married to my dad, that was the influence of her Democrat parents who were FDR Democrats. But you look at my mom now, forget about it. She's evolved and she's older and concerned about security and things like that. I think you're seeing that there's a lot more to your question that you asked, Pat. I think, yes, there are a lot more Bill Mahers that are finding it safe to come out in public because when Bill Maher does that, he's allowing other people that have different platforms to say it's safe to come out and say that.
I'm coming to you, Adam. Thoughts?
Yes, sir. Well, I agree with what PBD said about individual groups and their own self-interest. Every group should be looking out for their own self-interest, for your family, for the people around you. The catch is, does that come with, do you want not only what's best for you, but what's best for America? The problem that Bill Maher is realizing, that a lot of us have realized for a few years now, that a lot of us have realized for decades, is the Democratic Party is not the Democratic Party that we're used to. They don't love America, full stop. This new DSA, they don't want to save America. They don't want to pass the Save America Act. They want to change or tear down America. So thank God Bill Maher, 70 years old, voting Democrats for 50 years almost, is going to potentially change his vote. I'm not so much worried about that. I'm worried about what that represents. I think 2028, more people that have voted Democrat their entire life are going to for a second say, you know what? Is this really me? And my advice to them is make them earn your vote. Don't just give it to them because you're black or you're Jewish or you're a woman. Make each party earn your vote.
And Tom,
I think at the end of the day, it will be Rubio, but we'll see what happens with
Tom,
that.
I can forgive him. And guess what? If he wants to come and vote Republican and help us in 2028 so we can keep the future looking bright, I'm all for it. But the damage has been done for the 10 years that it was Tom. Think about everything that happened for those 10 years from the border to everything. Crickets. It was just Trump. And now we're left with this
I
freaking mess.
1,000% agree.
And now they let the enemy come in, Tom, and now we have to deal with it. And I'll forgive him. That's fine. I'm a Christian. Good. I'll forgive you.
Let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me do this. I have another candidate for you. Okay, and I think you would be into this candidate. So I think you would be into this candidate. So the state of Maine produces incredible candidates.
I didn't know where you were going.
And this candidate is so talented. Can you type in Maine Senator
Ashley Webb?
I want you to watch her break down her policies on why he is. So I keep saying why he is so qualified to become the senator. If you have the clip, is that it? Social media sensation? Is this a?
That's him. There he is.
Okay, yeah, that's the one right there. Can you play that clip, folks? The only thing I tell you is my only suggestion as you're watching is you're going to be inspired to want to vote and support him financially. But I'm telling you, take a couple days to assess your vote and your support. Play this clip. This is Ashley Webb. What's his real name? Do we know his real name? I don't know what his real name is, but this is Ashley Webb. Go for it.
Ashley.
What qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people, and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now. Like we get lied.
Your whole life is a lie, dude.
Mirrors, like what's going on with ICE? Pretending like these victims did something wrong. Like that's unacceptable. And I suppose the biggest thing is, like, I'm just an angry citizen now. And if I got elected, I'd be an angry senator. And I think that would probably be the worst nightmare.
The Democratic Party in a nutshell is right there. The same thing that we were just talking about the Bill Maher. That's what you guys created. A man pretending to be a freaking woman talking about people lying and deceiving.
But I think Bill Maher's against that. And by the way, I think but honestly, I think, Vinny, this is the part that we have to understand. I think truly most sensible Democrats are against that. I think the average Democrat, we have 10% or 15% of our audience is Democrat that watches podcasts, right? If you're a sensible Democrat and you watch it, you're going to be like, what the hell are you guys doing? And by the way, how the hell did he make it on the stage in the first place?
Oh, my God.
How did that happen? You know what he said? I don't even want to say. Do you want to read this? I don't even want to read this. By the way, show it. I'll let the audience read this.
Oh, my God. I can't even say it out loud.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, this is a question being asked, and the guy says he gets his monthly period, but through his...
You know what?
Behind.
Oh. You think the average... But by the way, honestly, I want to ask you, I'm curious to know what you'll say. What percentage of Democrats hear this and they say, I'll support this?
Honestly,
I want to know what you
50%.
think. No, I disagree.
I think it's 50%. But can I say one thing? No, let me stick up for myself. Bill Maher didn't start talking negatively about the trans movement till when? Till when?
Recently.
Recently.
Yeah.
So where was he for all those years when we were saying
but to be fair with him, one of the greatest monologues he did, breaking down saying at this pace we're all going to be gay. Remember that one thing that he did? And that was like 2.5 years ago. So I don't know. I think Bill, deep down inside, is so furious with his Democratic Party that he's been so publicly supported for decades. And he is sitting there saying, what the hell is going on? But the only reason I don't even want to get into this, I don't want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about the story? I'm moving on. I only show this to give you another option for somebody they can be excited about for the future.
Okay, but did you see the conspiracy? Can you show it, Humberto? That Ashley Webb is actually Graham Plattner because she's running to take his spot. Humberto, I slacked it to you. This, guys, I'm telling you right now, look at the eyes, look at the facial structure, and you guys tell me that this isn't the same person. Adam, can you see this? Watch this. Look at this. Guys, wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, my God. Einhorn is Finkel, and Finkel is Einhorn. That is... I don't know. But at least thank you. I appreciate that.
You know what? Pat wants to move on. I'll say this. Vermont Democrats and Maine Democrats are not normal Democrats. If you listen to them up there, they're not. No, they're not. I'm not picking on them. I'm being descriptive because this guy is like a Meatloaf song. I mean, they want this candidate.
And I will do anything.
No. It's the other song. This is Maine Democrats. I want you. I need you. But there ain't no way I'm ever.
I won't do that, Tom.
No. It's I want you. I need you. But there ain't no way I'm ever going to love you. But don't feel sad because 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's the Maine Democrats with
the song,
guy.
baby.
All right. Okay. Let me go
I kind of think that Vinny's right. I don't know if that was Graham Plattner or Ma'am Fatner. I don't know who that was, but
Pat's right. Core Democrats are cringing.
Just when I thought Maine Democrats couldn't get any more absurd,
we went
they
back
roll
to
out
Maine.
this dude, and I feel like it's like the Austin Powers scene when it's like, "That's not your mother, that's a man, baby," and it's like, "No, it was actually your mom." But
let me read the story.
What a ridiculous candidate.
Let me read the story. Olive Garden, folks, becomes unlikely face of voter ID after restaurant policy goes viral. I don't know if you guys saw this tweet or not, so I retweeted it. If you want to go to Twitter and just go to my Twitter account, you should find it easily. Just go to it. So Olive Garden, you guys know this is one of those restaurants that is on their last lifeline. Like they're barely, honesty.
Yeah.
They're barely trying to make it.
Yeah.
But after this,